This video is for everyone who has watched every single productivity video on YouTube and you still find yourself unmotivated and lazy. There are some tips in here that might sound counterproductive to you, like procrastinating and making the task even harder, but give me a chance. For those of you who have seen my productivity videos before, this video might come as a little bit of a shock to you, but this is for people who don't relate to all the strategies that are already out there on YouTube and need a different sort of advice. Not everyone's brain works in the same way, and everyone finds creativity and motivation in different ways, and I'm making this video for those people. And some of these tips I don't even personally love, but that's what makes it even better. Everyone's brains work differently, and what works for you may not work at all for me. Even watching this video may give you some motivation for what you're dreading to do. If you've tried everything and the main goal is productivity, I've got you. Don't prioritize. And this might sound so crazy coming from me, because every productivity video says get all the most important stuff done first and then leave all of the least important, kind of easier tasks to the end. If that doesn't work for you, then doing the small, kind of insignificant tasks first can still give you the psychological benefit of that dopamine rush of checking something off of your list. And this can give you such momentum and a sense of accomplishment that you can bring into the rest of your to-do list. So try starting off with the tasks that are tiny, like answering one email or just making a to-do list instead of tackling an entire essay. Sorry, one sec. Oh yeah, the next tip is to be conceited. In this instance, when you are literally just trying anything to be productive, I think boasting yourself on the inside and making yourself feel like literally the best person in the entire world is going to be useful. This means practicing positive self-talk. Tell yourself that you are the most successful, well-known, respected business owner in the entire world. Make yourself feel like the most productive and successful person ever, and that will give you so much motivation to keep going and to live up to that standard. It doesn't have to be the best essay ever written. If you're doing it, and honestly, if you're watching this video right now, then you must care about the quality of your work and getting stuff done. Like, you care about productivity, which honestly means that you are ahead of a lot of other people. This actually does work very well for me because one of my top love languages is words of affirmation. When I tell myself you are successful, you are hardworking, you are inspirational to other people, it makes me want to work even harder. When you tell yourself how good you are at something, even if you don't fully believe it and there's no facts behind that backing it up, you are setting yourself up on a mindset that will help you reach those standards. So this is definitely the one area that I will say it's okay to not be humble. Procrastinate. Yep, this will actually give your brain space and time to mull over a task or a problem, which can actually create space for greater creativity and some innovative ideas. Some people say that they get their best ideas when they're procrastinating because their mind is at such a relaxed state and they're not overpowering their brain. Or in my case, if this doesn't work for you, it will motivate you to never procrastinate again. Stop looking for motivation. I used to think that I wasn't meant to do things that I wasn't inspired to do. Like, I was like, if I don't feel motivated to do this and I don't have the inspiration to do it, then I feel like this is pointless for me. And this would come definitely during school, those projects that just feel like this is information that I will never use in my life again. And I am just doing this project simply because I need the mark and my prof told me to do it. If we always did things that we enjoyed, actually doing things that we genuinely enjoy and make us feel fulfilled would not feel special anymore. There are even parts of my job that I don't like doing, that are repetitive and mundane, but it makes me enjoy the parts that I do like so much more. And it makes me so much more grateful for them. The whole point is to not be motivated all the time. So don't get down on yourself for not being motivated. It's not human to always be motivated to do every single task that we have to do. And I feel like I need to make this a Pinterest quote right now. When you stop looking for motivation, you don't get disappointed when you don't find it. I'm gonna patent that. Don't take that. I'm gonna make a wallpaper with that on it because I need that literally plastered above my bed. And that's actually what I think university and school teaches all of us, even more than the information that we're learning. It's literally the fact that we have all these projects and exams due at the same time, and somehow we have to find the discipline to do it, not the motivation to do it. That skill of knowing yourself and being able to be disciplined and consistent over motivation is going to help you everywhere in life, in your health journey, in your school, in jobs, in everything. Surround yourself with people that you admire and maybe are a little bit jealous of. Especially with schoolwork that just seems to have no point at all. Consuming motivating content from people that you aspire to be like, or surrounding yourself with people in your school that you see as really successful, really driven, and have a skill that maybe you don't have. This will show you how possible and how achievable it is for you to also become successful. And becoming even closer to them, you will realize how many challenges and moments of laziness and creative blocks that they had to go through in order to become successful and be where they're at right now. They can teach you that the mundane and boring tasks are inevitable when you want to be successful, because there are always going to be challenges, and if it was really easy to become super successful at what you do, then everybody would be billionaires. So surround yourself with people that you admire and that you are a little bit jealous of. Make your work even harder than it has to be. Some people find doing easy things as pointless, and they just can't find the motivation to do it if it's not a challenge to them. So making the task that you have to do even harder for yourself and putting in intentional roadblocks like a time limit or even some friendly competition, or maybe some things that are specific to the task that you're doing, makes it so much more rewarding to some people when they do accomplish the task, because it was like, yeah, that was a challenge to me and I actually still did it. Some people can literally never shy away from a challenge or a competition. So if you are like that, this tip could definitely work for you. This basically is combining game mechanics and your work responsibilities and combining them to increase your productivity and increase your interest in your work. So if you typically find easy things to be boring, definitely make your task harder. Be lazy. As your mind relaxes and you give it a break from doing the task that you actually have to do, it will be encouraged to reflect again. So while you're being lazy, either your mind will regenerate and become more creative and gain new ideas, or you'll become bored. Either way, that can lead to more productivity. This happens because my brain knows that it's not going to be overwhelmed and I'm not going to push it to do something that it doesn't want to do. Then I somehow find all of my best essay topics, ideas for projects, and just motivation to get stuff done when I give myself the time to relax. Be hard on yourself, but with love. Don't take your own excuses. This is the time where you literally have to be your own Abby Lee Miller. Don't try all of these elaborate schemes to try and find motivation. Literally just say, suck it up, I have to do this. This is for my greater good. I simply have to do it. And what are the cons of me not doing it? And what are the cons of me doing it? And I feel like the outcome of you actually doing it versus the laziness and you giving in to your unmotivation, in the end, I feel like doing it is just a lot more worth it. Tell yourself doing this will put you in a better position for future you. Don't focus on present you right now, focus on future you. What will future you thank you for? Actually be hard on your current self. Push them to do what they have to do. You know how some people get a personal trainer and they're like, I want a personal trainer that's going to be super calm and encouraging and not intimidating, and that's how they love to work out. But some people want a personal trainer that's like, let's go, I know you can do one more, like yelling at them. And that's kind of the same thing with doing, say, schoolwork. You can be hard on yourself when you have to be. One of my favorite quotes ever is, be stronger than your excuses. Make your workspace as uncomfortable as possible. Being in an environment that is super comfortable may make you want to relax and procrastinate and kind of just remind you of sleep and not the most productive of things. When you are taking in-person exams and when you're doing presentations, you are not in the most comfortable of environments. You are ready. You might even be wearing jeans. Yeah, or you're studying and you're in a cold library on a very hard and uncomfortable chair. In schools, they actually make chairs super uncomfortable. They don't give you a lot of leg room at the desks. They have those fluorescent lights, and it is kind of an uncomfortable spot because they don't want you to feel like you're at home in your bed cozy, because then your mind won't be alert and like ready to be productive. So the physical environment of school puts us in the mindset of being productive. If you can get ready and maybe put on jeans, something that you would even wear to class, class, get out of your bed, sit in an uncomfortable chair, do anything that makes you feel like you're at school and you don't have an option to watch Netflix or go on your phone. I can't believe I just told you to put jeans on. I am so sorry. I am so grateful that you took the time out of your day to watch this video. I really hope that you guys get where I'm coming from with this video and that these are definitely some unconventional tips that I've never given before. Make sure to stick around and subscribe. I make so many videos like this, and you can shop my digital products on my Etsy shop, Actualizer Co. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.